Hey everybody, welcome back to Rimworld. It's been a little while. At least it's been a little while since I've played. We've got a lot of episodes have come up, 4 through 11 actually. I kind of pre-recorded all at once and have been releasing over this time that I've been away on vacation. I just got back this last weekend and we're just now getting back to Rimworld. So we've got people running around, a lot of different tasks going on. In fact, I just jumped in here and kind of set up a number of things and have now, while you guys are watching, started up the timer. So you can see I have Weem running around. He's actually getting concrete laid down. We're going to get this stuff flattened out so we can get the most out of our wind turbines. I've also decided to cancel the mining of this area up here in the freezer and instead divert that up here where I will start to set up new rooms for everybody. I'm a little panicked about wood right now, especially having seen an image from Vortex game where fire ravaged his entire wood-built area. Now, a number of you have been giving me a lot of tips over the last number of episodes. I've kind of kept those, kind of noted those, and one of those is kind of related. A number of you have said that I could put flooring around the buildings and everything so that it could keep fire from spreading from maybe like a forest. If it lit up, it wouldn't necessarily jump to the house if I had kind of area around it. So we may do that, but I kind of like the idea of just kind of moving in. We're really running out of real estate here. We don't have a whole lot of room to build or anything inside of this very defensible area. So I think what I'd like to do is start getting things moved in into the mountain here and kind of spread out and make some room. We can eventually move into where the these guys are here, the cryptosleep caskets, and also get into some of this compacted steel, which you'll see there's 10,000 there, where a typical area has 1,500. So anyway, it'd be very nice to dig to that and have our home within the safety of the mountain. So there's a ton of stuff going on right now, tons of stuff to do. Now, additionally, you guys had mentioned, hey, Weem, that was a standing lamp, not a sun lamp, so it's not helping there. You can see I now have the sun lamp here. I suppose I could just take this out, but I think we'll just leave it there for now. Let's see, what else do we have? I added more area for the chunks here. I'd like to get into the stone cutting so I can actually use the chunks here and make them into stone so we could make stone buildings. But the reality is right now we don't have the real estate anyway. We're going to be kind of building indoors into the mountain, so I think I won't worry about that just yet. We'll continue our research on, I think it's the geothermal? Yeah, the geothermal power. Let's see. You know, I started focusing on that and realized that I don't know where the nearest one is. I actually haven't looked. So we got one down here. That's interesting. So is that really is that the closest? Let's zoom in here. That's not one there, is it? No. Shadows. Shadows. So yeah, anyway, we're researching something that is a bit away from me, but I could cancel that. I don't know. The thing is, too, it's only 400, so it doesn't take as long as some of this other stuff anyway. I suppose stone cutting is just 300, but I don't know. I feel like we have a little bit of progress. We might as well let that continue. So now I do have the wind turbines powering, kind of giving power to the batteries here. I'd like that to ramp up, except that we're kind of pulling power from there into everything else as well. So it could go faster if I cut this off, but I think I kind of need that. I need that power coming in. So you know what I'm noticing? I'm going to actually pause this really quick. We have this area that's supposed to be cooling this, but now I've opened it and it's going outdoors. So I should probably get a door in there as soon as possible. Let's see. Let's check this. Yeah, you can see this is going to spoil now. Now we have plenty of time, but definitely something we want to take care of. Let's go ahead and get a door. We'll go ahead and do a wood door. And we have a couple doors to set up. One there. I was going to start digging in here to make a place to start for people to eat, but I think I'm going to rearrange this a bit and maybe do an eating room in here. So we got the door there. We're going to want one here. I may change that to steel, actually. Yes, I think that's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and make a steel door. Okay, so there's those two doors. I think that's cool. Now this, I do have the circuits kind of coming through here, so if there was some kind of short circuit, it would kind of fry these batteries out. I'm thinking about taking the door out, kind of breaking that connection, but I'd like these batteries to be more full, so we'll kind of see how that goes. See if we can get those batteries more charged up before we completely disconnect them from the grid. Okay, well, we see Megumi toting a corpse around. I set up a couple billable things here. And so Megumi's going to go ahead and butcher that guy up, and then we have a order to kind of make meals from that. So that's cool. I also queued up, what else? Oh, I was going to queue up a parka, but that requires a lot of material. These guys are kind of cold right now, and I'm not really doing right by these guys. You do see Weem going in here, and he's actually setting up a heater, as is Huang. He's setting up a heater in there as well. Now, one of the things I've noticed about the heaters and playing around is that they heat the room, but the heat does not go through the doors. So I actually did break down 2 doors here, and I'm going to kind of see how that goes. I feel like this still will count as a room for them, but I wanted to see if they complained, because I couldn't remember if you didn't have a door, if they felt like they were sharing a room or anything. So anyway, we're going to let that one go. You can see I left the doors in the other places for now. Obviously, the heater's not going to help them much, but I just wanted to do a little bit of an experiment. Now, I probably should put heat in the in this room as well, where the dispenser is, and we've got other things, because they're always moving through there. And it would probably help if they're cold and moving through this area, at least they heat up a little bit. But anyway, we're getting some of this other stuff going here. You can see Weem is chipping away. I'm going to go ahead and speed up time. Now, that's something else a number of you have mentioned. You said, hey, you can speed up the time, right? Yes, I do know you can speed up the time, and it does make some projects go faster. The thing is, if I've missed somebody and they're running around doing something I don't want, a long period of time can go by before I notice that. So I tend to play it a little bit slower. I guess you could say I'm very micromanagey about this kind of stuff, but that's why I don't tend to use the high speed. You see me using pause a lot, so high speed is just, that's a little too crazy, I think, for the most part. Sometimes I'll speed it up just to briefly do a little thing and get it done, like as I just did there. They finished digging this out, so that's pretty cool. But for the most part, I will continue not to use it that often. But yes, I do know it is there. So what I want to do is I kind of want to set up a food area. Obviously, I have this guy down here. It's got the food dispenser and everything, but these guys are coming here, grabbing food and eating. So while I may not move the dispenser, I do want to put a table so they're encouraged to go ahead and eat it right here, because a lot of them are complaining about eating on the floor. So let's go ahead and grab a short table. We'll go wood with that. And I think we'll go ahead and put this here. Something like that. We're going to need some stools. We can go wood as well. And I probably don't need many stools. We only have, 5 people or so, and they don't all eat at the same time. Now I do need some walls in here. Let's go ahead and do that. Well, I don't technically need to separate this area, I suppose. Okay, let's think about that. Because this could be their place to eat, but it could be kind of a general purpose room as well. And off of this, we will shoot bedrooms and everything. Let's go ahead and plot that out. Let's see, so we have the power here. We're going to want to power this into here. We're going to want to get the power kind of across into here. So I think we'll just go ahead and do that. That'll shoot through some of this, and we'll go ahead and dig that piece out as well. So we're going to bring power in through here. We got 1, 2, 3. Let's see, even if that is a wall, let's cancel this. I also want to give them bigger rooms. I'm only doing the 3x3. This one we thought we were giving more space, but Fohammer was having none of that, having to share that room. So anyway, I think what we'll do is actually mine out some more of this, and then we can do some rooms along here. We can go ahead and actually plan that though. 1, 2, this would be 3, 4, and wall. That would be a door. Something like this I think would work. And then we would just need to mine a little bit more. Like that. That would be 3 nice sized rooms. And then we could continue to imagine that this is a hallway shooting down this way. In which case we do something like that. That actually fits, right? Cool. So that would give us 4 rooms, and then we could start kind of moving people into here. Oh, look at that. Because I opened the doors, I totally forgot about that. I have a prisoner bed out here, so everything turned to prisoner. Okay, well, we don't have prisoners right now, so we're going to set this as a non-medical colonist. There we go. Now those are all back to normal. Let's get people going again. Slow things down just for a second. Let's see. Mining that out, getting the chairs. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good setup for now. So we're gonna kind of see how things go. These guys are gonna get ready to crash anyway shortly. We can go ahead and actually speed it up to that point because I do want to test the room theory out. You can see the heater is now heating everything in here. Of course, not this room because it has a door. But in the morning, I'm going to take a look and see how Vortak and Huang are doing as far as complaints about sleeping in the cold. Well, it didn't help a whole lot. If we actually jump in here and look at Vortak, not the stool, we look at Vortak, you can see that sharing a bedroom was -8. Okay, so that's fine. That's all open. He's sharing a room. He's a -8. But if we look at Weem, he has a cramped environment of -5. Where did it go? It did say he was sleeping in the cold. Basically, he had a -5 and a -5. Things are kind of jumping around a little bit now. But he was at a -10. Vortak was at a -8 when we opened the door and gave him heat. So it's not a huge difference. It's helping a little bit. It helped Vortak just a little bit. But it might be that we have to kind of put a heater in every room. I hate to do that. They're pretty expensive. I think it was 100 steel. But it might just be something that we have to do. I liked the idea of being able to make a hallway like maybe behind all the rooms and then have like one of the walls be a vent. That would be awesome if you had like a little vent piece you could do so it could heat the room but they would still have their own enclosed room. But as far as I know, there is nothing like that at the moment. So I'm gonna have to think on that a bit. It may be that we have to have them share rooms, but you know, in the meantime, I could put a heater in like 2 or 3 rooms and then put 2 people per room. So they're sharing, you know, we get the -5, but at least they're not sleeping in the cold. So I will have to think about that. Let's go ahead and speed this up a bit and grab the structure because we're going to finish some walls. You can see they're digging out, obviously, this portion. So we have to continue the wall there. But otherwise, this is coming along pretty quickly. We're going to need lights. We're probably going to want some flooring in there. And we're going to need to haul some of this stuff out as well. But for right now, I want them to kind of focus on this. It's like everybody's getting involved here. Huang is mining away like crazy. Weem, not so much. He's a little slower. He does seem to not be doing well. Injury-wise, let's see. Let's go ahead and look at his health. Whole body, so he's freezing. That's unfortunate. Everybody else, at least they don't have the indicator that they're freezing, so he's just a complainer, that Weem. Always complaining about something. So let's see, we have a medieval lord firm. Acrobats community is passing by. She is named. So, yeah. Somebody coming through solo style is bound to get kidnapped by me, at least at some point in the future. For now, we've got plenty of stuff to focus on, that we'll hold off on that, but anyway, they're gonna have to look out in the future. Well, you remember that sun lamp sitting out in the rain? It decided to blow up. Looks like Vortak's on it though. He's out there putting out the fire, and hopefully somebody will get to repairing that. Fortunately, everybody was getting their sleep, and I think we're coming to sun up here, so not any sleep lost, really, but it would be nice to get that back. Now, that's going to kind of continue to be a thing unless we enclose some of this area, and that's something that we could do. We could drop a wall in here, maybe a wall here, and kind of wrap some things around, and basically we put a roof over this area, and then we could uncover the area like directly over the solar panel or something so that those continue to draw power. But anyway, again, that's all stuff we'll look into, you know, a bit later. Right now my big focus is moving in here. Now what you can see is I've actually set mining up into this area because I want to get to this, but I don't want to pop through. I don't want an entrance. So we're going to try to get them up there and getting to this material so we can get some more of the iron, because, or the steel. I said iron, didn't I? So we want the steel. Uh-oh, hold the phone. Did we just blow it up again? We repaired it and it exploded again. That's not cool. That's probably just going to keep happening. But anyway, yeah, I really want to get at that steel and everything so that we can get... oh, it's plasteel. Wow, I said steel before, didn't I? Interesting. I did not even notice that. Anyway, we're going to want to get to that anyway. That's cool. Maybe not as immediately as I initially wanted. Let's see. Let's go ahead and mine, because I want steel to work with pretty quickly. This looks like it's going to be relatively close to us. We'll just mine through there. Try to get to that. Plasteel. I guess that makes sense, a different color and everything, but I completely glazed over this as steel. My eyes said, hey, Weem, this is steel. It's super helpful. Anyway, so Weem's actually digging to it. Oh, there you go, and he just ran into it. Excellent. So that may take him a little bit longer or so, but otherwise you can see we've got some things cleared out. I cleared out the, I had them haul out the stone. I was going to say the slag, but it's the chunks, right? And yeah, our area is filling up down here, so that's very cool. Yes, yes, we know the lamp fire blew up. It's okay, we are on top of it. Look at all that steel. We are just finding a bunch of it in here, and as long as I'm finding it, I'm sending them in to mine it out. Heaters are expensive. That's all I gotta say. 100 a pop. So we are definitely coming along here. Lots of mining, obviously. A little more focused on mining than I want. We have plenty of other things to do, but I'm like the dwarves. I just see it and I must dig deeper. I must keep going. Gather it all up. So anyway, we're kind of getting that going. Let's see, we have 959 now. Wow, we just went over 1,000. Crazy. So last time I glanced over, I think we had 500 something. So it is just pouring in now. You can see them running through the room with it and just piling it on. They're just so excited. Look at Fohammer. He's so excited. Yes! Look at all of the steel. Alls of it. Anyway, cool. So we've got the rooms. I'm still debating on whether to put 2 people in a room. I think that's probably how we'll start things off. Might even do that relatively soon. Obviously, they've just gone indoors for the night, but we could probably get to planning some of this now. Let's see. Let's go into temperature. We'll grab a heater. And so we are going to have to string power in here. That's the other thing. I think we'll put this in a corner. And then we will do, let's see, the sun lamp. I don't think we need that. We can just go with a regular standing lamp in each room. Something like that. As for floors, we'll probably just roll with wood floors. 272 wood. Yeah, it's not bad. This especially, yeah, that's only 36, so relatively cheap. Let's go ahead and do that here. And in fact, what does that take? 52? Something like that. We'll just go ahead and do this throughout that entire area. Yeah, I think that'll work. Now, like I said, we're going to have to drag some power in here. I'm a little hesitant. These batteries really aren't picking up that much. They are being used. So right now our power could definitely be better. Ooh, a slave trader. Let's pause things a bit. We have 700 gold. Silver's only 535. It's not that great, but I do like the idea of adding someone to the group. Definitely like that idea. Let's take a quick overview. So we do have the 5 people. A 6th would be cool, especially if I've got 3 rooms. You know, I like things symmetrical and even. That means 2 per room. That could be pretty awesome. I think that's what we're going to do. The only thing is, I have a couple worlds going, and in those I actually have a few Vortex and a few Fohamners and a few Weems. And I've kind of forgotten who is the social one. Who's the social one of all of these people? I don't quite recall. Let's see, 3, was it Fohamner? Social 3, no. Okay, probably Megumi. Let's see. We could roll around and look at everybody. I think, who are we missing? Weem? Let's see. Weem's 11, so it's Megumi. Megumi! Speak to the people. Speak to the slave trader. Let's see what they have to say. See what they've got going on. So I took a quick look at the slave trader, and they didn't really want anything that I had, so there was really no point. I couldn't afford anybody. They had 3 people. They weren't that great anyway, so we go ahead and skip that. You can see everybody's breathing in here. They're very cold. Very cold. It's 29 degrees in here, so we really need to get this going. Now, I'm going to actually pause this really quick, because we do need to figure out the power situation. I think for now what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to bring some over from here. We can just kind of... Let's see, how do we want to do this? We're probably going to want to be bringing power all the way down for something anyway. So we're going to go ahead and bring this to... it's 20. We'll just go ahead and drag it to there. I feel like this might draw too much power that we may burn through the battery stuff. So we're going to have to figure something else out. We could throw maybe another solar panel out here because this is all connected. Is that what we're going to do? Another solar panel? Suppose we could. We certainly can afford it now. We've got all kinds of steel coming in. Could even throw 2 of these down. I'm going to go ahead and do 1 for now. And we're going to think about that. I wouldn't mind getting some more turbines going, but again, we have a real estate issue. It could be we've got plenty of real estate over here. We could do that here. In fact, here's a geothermal. So once we do that, this might be the way to go. Let's back this out. We could block this off, kind of build around it, and then just drag some power in here. That's probably going to be the best setup. We can scroll way out here. Yeah. I think that's going to be for the best. Okay, cool. We have the plasteel. No one's wanting to pick that up. We'll get to mining out the rest of that in a bit. This will probably be our northern entrance. I'll probably do a door here and then do some kind of other door here. I'm going to really want to get this all protected, though, and make sure that we're all set, because that's going to be the immediate way in that any kind of pirates or anybody that spawns in this area, they're going to be immediately drawn to this doorway. I think it might be that if we leave this open and don't put a doorway back down here, that they see that as the path of least resistance and move all the way around. I think because that, we'll go ahead and not put a door in there yet, but I'm going to want to get a number of things set up in here first before we start getting too crazy. Let's go into here and get some of these doors going. And additionally, we could we want to get the beds going as well. I'd really like people to be in here tonight. That would be great. So, and again, we're sharing. I hate to do it, but that's what we're going to do for now. Once those beds are in, I'll switch these out to prisoner beds so that they're going to want to go up into here. And then we'll rearrange some things. I'm kind of thinking that I need to bring the butchering and cooking tables into this area, especially with corpses appearing here. I think this would be a really good spot to get that butchering going and everything. So I'm gonna have to think about that a bit. I could even pop a door here, close this off up here, and allow finished meals to go in here. So they take the corpses, they work on, they butcher them, do all that stuff, and then put the finished meals in here. And then additionally, people can grab them out of there to eat, versus running through. Right now, the simple meals are all the way down here. So lots of rearranging to do, lots of planning to do, but we'll see. We've got so many things to do, so many things, and probably not much time before the next before our next problem arises. You can see that we've got some flashing stuff going on down here. Let's go ahead and flip that. Yeah, I had turned that off because I was trying not to draw as much power. So you know what? Let's go ahead and switch that back. That's fine. If we have an issue, though, I'm going to have to really try and remember to turn that back on. I'm so terrible.